All right, there's a question here that says, why is it so hard to find a God fearing girl and not just a church goer, specifically here in the United States?
All right. Good question. And I'm sure there are a lot of ladies also thinking, why is it so hard to find a God fearing guy? I think you guys need to stop thinking like that. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. All right? There is no scarcity in God. There is no scarcity in God. All right? The same United States you're talking about, there are Nigerian men marrying ladies from the United States. So the issue is just that you're looking for your wife. And just one. You can't tell me in the whole of the United States, God doesn't have one man for you. So leave the large numbers. Leave the idea of scarcity. What you need to do is between you and God, let God order your steps to where you will find that man or woman. But don't work with that mindset that is difficult. Once you start having those ideas, it has a way of blinding you. It's like somebody saying it's difficult, there's no money in the United States. And you know there are people that think that life is hard in the United States. You better go to the border and see what's happening. People that are really having a hard life are crossing over to this hard life. This hard life is way better than their own hard life. So you need to work on your mindset. The way life works, life doesn't actually work the way it is. It works how you see it. So there are good men, trust me, there are good women. I kind of know what you're talking about, because when I was looking for a wife also, I was almost getting tired of saying, I need someone. What you're looking for is your own ideal wife. There are women, there are good women everywhere. They might not just be for you. So you need to be sensitive. Listen to your spirit. Make sure you are doing the right things. Are you a godly man yourself? All right? Are you a godly woman yourself in the real sense of it? Most of what we have today is people that are one leg in the club, one full blessing of God without also the full commitment in God. So what I see with a lot of young people, they want to enjoy the world. They want to enjoy the best of both worlds. And that is a sure way to enjoy nothing. Because you are not enjoying the world, you are also not enjoying the blessings of the Lord. So be rooted, be grounded in church, and start listening to God. God knows where your husband or wife is, and He will order your steps. You'll be amazed. He might not even be inside the church. You will meet that godly person. He might not be in a church. Yes. It might be in a restaurant, it might be at a party, it might be at work. So listen to the leading of God. That's how I met my wife. It was something very casual. I've been praying, I've been searching. In fact, I even had scouts in different big churches. So I had scouts. I said, you guys look for a good girl, Christian girl. Born again, I want a good Christian girl. And from time to time, they would call me and say, Pastor, come. We've seen someone. And I would jump into my car, drive, beat traffic, get there. And they'll be like, see that girl by the right, wearing blue. I say, where? By there. That's when I knew that a lot of people can't pick a wife for you. It's God that knows, because God even knows what you will need today and even knows what you will need 10 years from now. So they were just wasting my time. I was like, this is why He called me. But one day, after just serving the Lord and doing what I was doing, God just inspired me, organize a reunion for your high school. That's not a spiritual thing. In fact, I didn't even feel it was God speaking to me in quote. It's later I felt this must have been God. I just had the nudging, do a reunion for your high school 10 years after school. So I started calling my people in my high school and said, let's do a reunion for our set. And we all started getting momentum and all that, because we went to the same high school, by the way. I and my wife went to the same high school. And we're mates in school, but we never spoke once. We were in boarding school for 6 years. Our paths never crossed once. We never spoke. We had mutual friends, but we never spoke. As credible as that is, 6 years, our paths never crossed. She was born again, I was born against. So our paths never crossed. So God said, organize a reunion 10 years after high school. So I began to call people. We began to do meetings to plan it. One day we had a meeting on her street in another classmate's house. And when we were done with the meeting, it was dark. And as we were heading out of the meeting, somebody just mentioned, oh, we have another classmate on this street. So we all said, let's go visit the person. Since we're even planning a reunion, let's recruit the person. So we all went to her house. It was dark. There was no light. She came down and she said that she wasn't looking good. She's just losing her hair. Just losing her braids. So ladies know how you look when you're just losing your braids. She wasn't looking good at all. She wasn't even well dressed that day. She was in her dad's jalabia, what they call jalabia, these things that Arabs wear. She was just looking, ordinary. But it was dark, so I couldn't see her, but I could hear her. So as we were all having a conversation about school, she made one or two comments and said, "This girl is smart. This girl is smart." So one of my friends asked for her number. So I also took the number from the guy. Yeah. And we began to talk after that, and I found out she was born again, serving in church, loving the Lord, and the rest is history, as they say. So, but it started from me feeling inspired to organize a reunion. That's not a spiritual thing. So when you think of scarcity, there's no scarcity in God. If you want a house, God has houses. If you want to buy a business, God has businesses. There is no scarcity in God. Hallelujah. God brought water out of a rock. He brought birds in a desert. So he has no scarcity. He doesn't even know what that means. So you need to come out of that thinking of scarcity. Put your eyes on God. God will order your steps. Say, the steps of the righteous are of the Lord. And your paths will cross. And once your paths cross, you will know. And you'll take it from there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Such an inspiration. There are people now planning.
Yes, they can use the gift cards we gave them.
No,
they may meet their spouse at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, they're about to plan reunion.
That is. All right.